Hey everybody, it's the Career Mode Expert here, and I'm back for part 2 of this Norwich City Career Mode series. Now in this episode, we're going to work our way through all of August, and we did delve into that game against Birmingham in the last episode just to get the season started, but from here on out, we'll take things month by month with each video. So to get started, let's take a look at some of the upcoming games. On the 11th, we have a huge game against West Brom, who are probably favorites to win the league on paper and have a fantastic team. On the 15th, we have a big game against Sunderland, who have fallen off drastically in recent years, but they're really still a great side and honestly can hold their own against a lot of championship teams anyways. On the 18th, we have a game against Sheffield United, followed by a game against Preston on the 22nd, both mid-table teams. I don't think they'll be easy games, but we should be favored to come out with some points there. And then on the 25th, we have another massive game against Leeds, who are actually first in the championship in real life right now, and again, favorites for promotion. So with that, let's get the month started. So here we go, big game against West Brom coming up. We're just going to roll out the same lineup as last time. I am going to try something a little different here this time. I'm going to give a run out to Leitner, who I think has a ton to offer here. Alright, so here we go at Carrow Road. First home game of the season, and I'm really happy to have us in front of our fans for this big match. So we start with possession, let's get the ball rolling. Lewis does really well there on defense, covers his man perfectly. Hernandez works the ball up, and it's Buendia making that run on the right-hand side. And just gets on the end of the ball, and Pukki puts it in beautifully. Great early start from this team. 1-0 only 6 minutes in. That is fantastic play from Norwich. And very flexible to get his leg all the way up there. Bright start from the Canaries. Pukki with a really nice pass, and Hernandez on the overlap outside in tons of space. Takes a great touch and has at it himself at goal. Poor effort in the end, but really nice movement. Tete well under pressure there to get the pass off, and Buendia's in a lot of space here. Cuts the ball in and has the shot, and it's off the post. Just can't get on the end of the rebound there. Again, fantastic play from Buendia to get in and take the shot. Oh, and it's a nice ball up. Montero getting on the end of it and close with a fantastic tackle there. Again, Montero in a lot of space. He's got pace, but so does Aarons, luckily, so he's able to cover. Luckily, that's just out for a corner. And that's halftime. Really impressed with the team so far. West Brom's had a few chances, but we've more or less kept them out of the game and honestly looked the better side out here, which is fantastic to see. It's a nice ball in. Montero just able to keep that in, and Gibbs whips it back into the box, and it's a great effort. Right at Krul, luckily, but that could have been something easily. Another ball whipped in long, but it's just misplaced. Krul's able to gather that one up pretty easy. Hernandez cuts it back. We're just going to try to keep a hold of possession here a little bit. The game's getting a little too end-to-end for my liking. We're just going to try to take a little bit of control and make sure we can see this game out. Hernandez making a nice run there. Tons of space down on the wing. Cuts inside. Puts a ball across the box for Buendia, who just can't get on the end of it, but great look there. Wonderful touch down there. Lewis making a nice run, and Pukki gets on the end of it, and it's just wide. It's a really nice first-time pass there by Hernandez to set up that cross. The ball's played in, just dealt with, and it's a penalty. I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to need to see the replay. What? Absolutely insane, but we'll see if Krul can save this one. Goes left and just absolutely unbelievable. Yet again, we're in total control of the game, feeling really comfortable, and blow a 1-0 lead to drop points. Hernandez beats his man. Takes it down, whips the ball into the box, and Buendia gets on the end of it. It's a save by the goalkeeper. Unbelievable. That is such a fantastic effort, but it is right at the goalie. Buendia with a diving header to pull that shot off. It's just over the goalie and wide. There we go, blowing another chance. And that's full time, 1-1. I am so disappointed with that result. I think we really deserved a 3 points out of this. In the open run of play, I don't even feel like we're giving up that many chances, so I mean, I'm just going to put this down to another random chance goal and hope we can start picking up points soon, because this is not a great start to the season. So coming up next, we play Sunderland. They are a full division below us, but rated a lot better than some championship teams even. I'm going to tinker around with the team a little bit since this is a cup game. We'll give some runs out to players we haven't seen so far. I'm actually going to give a start to Morris as striker here because, like I said earlier, we do see him as our long-term striking solution, so I kind of want to see how he fits into the team now. Might be a little off the mark to start. He is rated lower than a lot of the rest of the team, but he's making a lot of progress so far, and I think he's got a bright future, so wouldn't be surprised if he actually impresses out here. Alright, so let's get it started. Morris with the kickoff. Ivo Pinto whipping that ball in. Just to the defender. Morris making a really nice run. Gets on the end of it and scores! In the opening 4 minutes of the match, Morris does fantastic on his debut and snags a goal right away. I thought we'd give him a chance and he's delivered already, looking really sharp. Really nice opening minutes here by Norwich. Although we are going to have to be careful again because we started bright in our last 2 games as well, and we know how that turned out. Ooh, Cantwell doing really well there. Works the ball in. Oof, and Morris just not able to get on the end of that one. It's actually really nice play from the left mid there. He's finding a lot of space out deep on the wing. Buendia works the ball in nice, and it's Morris on the end of it once again. Gets his second goal of the night within 25 minutes. Fantastic play from Buendia to get the ball in there, and also a really great run from Morris. He's looked so lively on his debut out here. You can see Buendia just does so well to turn the defender there and whip a really nice ball in. His passing is just so accurate. The ball comes in. Oof. Grigg off the corner, but right at McGovern, luckily able to save that one. Defense is going to have to stay sharp here to see these balls out. Oof, McGeady puts a really nice ball in, and again, it's Grigg on the header there. Just wide of the post. Now, he's definitely not the tallest player on the field, but he's making some nice movement to get on the end of those crosses. Cantwell looking for Morris, can't get it through, and he stays tenacious on the ball and almost gets on the end of that, but it's right into the keeper's hands. Grigg from distance trying to make something happen, and it's dealt with, but comes back off the rebound, and it has another shot, and it's just dealt with by McGovern. Gonna work the ball back up, and it's halftime. Beautiful first half by the team. Morris takes 2 fantastic efforts and converts them into goals. And super bright play from Buendia out on that right-hand side. McGeady with a flare pass there. Honeyman back to Grigg. And it's a foul at the top of the box. Gave that one away needlessly. Chipped up by McGeady, and that's actually a really poor ball, so dealt with easily enough. It's kicked out wide to Watmore. Can't get the cross off, and he gets the second one off. McGovern tipped just over. That was a really dangerous ball in. Cantwell chipped up from Morris. Takes it really well into the box there. Works it through and ships it into the box. Steeperman kicks it out. And it's really nice movement by Cantwell, who just can't get that final ball back into the box. Steeperman with a nice turn there. Lays it off to the back post. Again, it's away. And Morris a little bit sloppy in the hold-up play there. Gives the ball away. And it's a counter. McGeady on the end of it. Works the ball up to the top of the box. It's a really good effort there, but saved. And Leadbiter getting on the end of that volley there. Puts it into the back of the net. 2-1. Luckily, it's really late in the game, but once again, we concede a really late goal there. Just sloppy play from the defense. Can't get it out. Yep, that's time. Luckily, we scrape by here with a win, but again, it's so close there at the end of the game. Easily could have been a big deal if we hadn't put away that second chance. But either way, we progress in the cup, and I'm pretty happy with that performance from the team. Alright, so we finally got a win under our belts this season, and I think things will be looking up from here. We've been playing really well so far in general, and I think it's just a matter of time before things start working out for us in the league. So with that, we're going to sim ahead a little bit and take on Sheffield United next. Now Sheffield is more of a mid-table side than what we've been playing so far. So I'm hoping we'll be able to establish ourselves a little bit in this game and really make a statement here, because I do think we should be pushing for promotion this season. Hernandez rides that challenge out, works it back to Lewis, who swings it into the box, and it's just over the head of Pukki. And it's close there with a beautiful challenge to block that opportunity. And Krul out to stop that chance. It's out for a goal kick. That was a close call. And Pukki making a nice run down the center there. Keeps the ball out wide and centers it, and it's just a poor final ball, but really great movement there up top. Tete from outside the box, and it's just wide, but it's not too far off from the captain. Lewis with a bad touch and has a really violent tackle to win the ball back, but not a foul. Fair play, and still just can't make the most of it though. And it's a through ball against the run of play. Close trying to close his man down, just can't get on the end of it, and it's a shot and in the back of the net. Really poor defending there from the team. We failed to generate much this game offensively at all. A lot of wasted balls and gave away a huge opportunity there. I'm going to switch to 3 at the back. I'll have Aarons and Lewis on the wings. They should be able to cover for us defensively enough while also creating some chances. And we'll get some more players up top now to help Pukki out. And let's hope we can create some more chances in this second half. Pukki making a nice run in behind. Can't beat his man, but it is kicked out back to the top of the box. Hernandez works it in. Aarons with a nice ball through. And it's a beautiful save by Henderson there. Pukki gets on the end of the shot and just can't find the back of the net. Hernandez winning that ball back. Plays it through to Pukki. Has a touch and a shot, and it's deflected into the goalie's hands. Aarons with a defensive mistake. The ball's clipped in. And a huge chance there for Sheffield. Ball's just off target, luckily, and we're still in this game. Oh, it's a really nice ball through, and a great chance once again for Sheffield, but Krul's there to make the save. Pukki with a beautiful ball out wide. Aarons takes a nice touch, and he's taken down outside the box on the right-hand side. Gonna pick out Rhodes at the back post. Hope for the best here. He gets his head on it, but it's just wide. A little disappointing from the striker. Lewis wins that ball back and finds himself in some space. Well defended. Gonna cut it back to the top of the box. Work it around. Aarons making a run down the right. Beats his man down the line, puts a ball in, and it's to nobody in the end. Ivo Pinto has a go. And it's out for a corner. Probably our last chance of the game here. Make that near post run once again for Rhodes. And that's game. Really disappointing from our players here. We looked really suspect on defense with a lot of dangerous through balls just not being dealt with. And on offense, we didn't get a lot going either. There were definitely some more chances in the second half just because we had more bodies up, but it was hardly fluid play at all. More drop points, and it's honestly been a terrible start to the season so far. It might be time to go back to the drawing board here and sort of rework the way our team's playing, because these kind of results are not going to see us through to the end of the season. I'm going to swap out Rhodes for Morris, who has looked really good, and he might be a great backup option for us. Alright, so back in front of our home fans once again. It's going to be a great opportunity here for us to get some points and start rising back up the table. The team looking ready for it, and let's see what they can do. And you can see Preston pressing really high. I think we'll be able to catch him out on the counter here if we play our cards right. Lewis with the ball up to Hernandez, and he's absolutely battered there by the defender. Still on the ground, and I think he's injured, unfortunately. Plays the ball up to Hernandez. And it's good covering there by the defense. But Hernandez switches the ball in the center for Pukki, who takes a touch, and he's brought down in the box. Not a penalty, apparently. And it's a yellow card for Vrancic for an absolutely terrible tackle there. Lewis is still hobbling around, so we're gonna need to replace him here. That's a huge blow to the team. Vrancic with the 1-2. Not the fastest, but does find himself in some space here. A lot of players in the box, and he whips an early ball in for Hernandez. The ball falls down, and no one's able to get on the end of it. Buendia works it in for Aarons, puts the ball into the box, and Vrancic gets ahead on it. It's a goal. Norwich is in front under 20 minutes. Aarons leaving his man in a lot of space, and the ball's put in. It's a great effort by Brown, but it's wide of the post. Tete with a beautiful ball to Hernandez, who's making a run in behind. He's going to center it for Pukki. And it's Buendia on the overlap, puts the ball in. Beautiful finish. A really well-worked goal on the counter there, and Buendia does ever so well to put that into the back of the net from a really tight angle. You can see how much that means to the team. They are over the moon, and the fans are going wild. 2-0, and this might be our first league win of the season. Pukki just not able to get on that first ball, but Buendia does so well to tuck that one away off the post. Stieberman puts the ball back up for Pukki, who has a go, and it's wide. Makes a real mess of that ball and absolutely shanks it, but good movement at least from him. I think he'll finish that on another day. Pukki does well to beat his man. Takes a touch and has a go. It's a great save from the keeper. Hernandez with a nice 1-2 there. Blazing down the wing. Pings a ball up for Stieberman, who heads it over the crossbar. The big man does well to find himself some space in the box, but it's just a poor header in the end. Regardless, a really great opportunity. Hernandez rounds his man once again. Tries to cut inside and has a shot. It's deflected, and Vrancic has a go at goal once again, but it's off the defender and out for a corner. We're going to make some subs here, and I'm also going to give a rest to Buendia, who doesn't really have a good backup now, so I'm going to get Pukki out on the wing and put Morris up top and see what he can create. Preston pressing hard, but we're able to beat it and find the space on the wing. Pukki puts the ball up into the box, and it's tucked away by Stieberman. It's a flawless counterattack from Norwich. We did so well to play out of the pressure there. And Stieberman continually getting himself chances in that midfield position. We set him in a creative role at the beginning, and I think it's working out really well. He's got a good eye for goal, and he's been contributing a lot in our attacks. The ball's put in from the corner. And it's Morris on the end of it over the bar. Great opportunity there. The ball's worked up. Stieberman in a bit of space. He takes a touch and has a go, and it's saved by the keeper. And that's full time. A huge win for the Canaries there. 3-0. And the result never looked in doubt. That's a big response from the players to come back from a poor run of games and get a really definitive win. And now we'll have to see what the deal with Lewis is, unfortunately. And it looks like a broken toe, 2 months. That is a huge blow to the team. But we will need to find cover on this left-hand side now, and I think it's going to be time for Heist to get a run into the team. Alright, so now we're on to the last game of the month against Leeds, and it's another really big matchup for us. Leeds is a great side, and currently in third place beneath West Brom and Nottingham. So here we go, the players warming up, and this is a really big game. So it's Norwich with the kickoff, and here we go. Aaron's making a nice overlap there. Settles it and puts that ball in for Pukki at the near post, and it's off the post! Wonderful opportunity there, and he just gets unlucky. Such crisp technique there to curl the ball around the defender and get it on target. And Heist on the overlap puts a ball in, And it's a poor cross, but Pookie was in space there in the middle. It does look like Stiepermann is shaking off that injury. He plays in Hernandez, who has a lot of space to work with here. Looking up, top of the box, and Leitner just can't get a good shot off. And the ball poorly given away here. Leeds on the counter. Oh my god. It's an absolute rocket. What was that? The ball given away really poorly in midfield there, and it's just a missile from outside the box. We shouldn't have given the ball away that easily, but I don't know how you can not concede from a shot like that. Leeds works the ball up. We're having a hard time closing down here. The ball's in behind to Phillips, and he has a shot, and it's in the back of the net from a ridiculous angle. Another goal within minutes. I don't even know what's happening right now. This is unbelievable. 2 fantastic goals in the span of 5 minutes from Leeds. We were playing so well up until those goals, I'm not sure what even happened. We have Buendia out here on the wings. Aarons works the ball back up to the top of the box. Tete with some nice movement. And Leitner with a poor ball at the end of that move. And that's halftime. A really huge turn of events there, and we find ourselves in a big deficit now. Although I feel like we were doing really well, so I'm hoping in this second half we can play the same and convert some of these chances to at least get a point out of this game, because this is really disappointing. Stiepermann works it up. Tete with a little bit of room has a shot, and it's just wide. He did well to find space and get a shot off there. Clips Phillips on the way in, and he looks to be in a bit of pain. We're going to make a final sub here with McLean coming in for Stiepermann, who's looking really tired. Morris finding Pookie there. Gets the better of his defender and works it back to Morris, who takes a touch and has a go, and it's off Janssen out for a corner. It's worked in. And it's Pookie who gets a head on it, but it's wide of the post. And Morris there with nice link-up play. Heiss finding himself in space. And he cuts the ball back, and he picks out the wrong man there. Leitner shanking the shot regardless. But it was McLean who was wide open in front of the net. I don't know what he was doing there. Pookie with some nice link-up play. He tries to center the ball, and again kicked out of play for a corner. The ball is floated in from the corner, and it's Morris cleared off the line. We just can't break through this Leeds defense. Unbelievable. McLean plays it through to Pookie. He stops the ball and has a go, and it's a beautiful curling effort into the back of the net. Puts that in from an impossible angle. I really don't know how he pulled that off. It's 2-1 now, but I don't think there's enough time on the board to get anything out of this game. And that is game. It's a really unfortunate loss, and you can see how crushed the players are. But we really gave it our all, and it was a high-intensity showing. I think Leeds just defended brilliantly. They were able to close down all of our crosses and shots in the box, because it's not like we weren't generating a ton of opportunities. On the flip side, they attacked really well and had 2 beautifully taken goals. There's just not much you can do against that, so we'll keep looking ahead and just building on these performances. It was a tough month with Leeds and West Brom both, so I'm hoping things can only go up from here. So we now have a game against Barnsley as well in the EFL Cup from progressing in the last round. It's been a really big month for the players. This will be our 7th game, so we're going to rest some of our key players and put in some of the backups for this match. And just give a chance to players who haven't gotten a lot of minutes this season. Oh, and an unfortunate result. 2-2, and we lose out on penalties. Not too concerned about the EFL Cup in general. Would have been nice to go through, but this will let us focus a little more on the league because the priority is winning promotion here, and progressing in the Cups is not really on the forefront of our agenda. And so that's going to wrap up August for us. We sit in 14th place right now. Pretty disappointing results to date, dropping really silly points against West Brom and Birmingham. And we'd be comfortably in the top half right now if it wasn't for those. But there's a lot of bright stuff to focus on. Pookie demonstrating what he's capable of up top and really impressing so far. Hernandez has been such a great option for us on the counter, and Buendia working his magic out on the right-hand side. I think Steeperman has looked really great in that center mid role as well, and the defense has been more or less solid, although we did struggle against Leeds, but that's probably to be expected at this level. So that's going to take us to the end of the second episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back with episode 3 to cover the rest of September, and hopefully things are going to start picking up for us. I'm the Career Mode Expert, and I'll see you later.